We know that in multiplication, we're given the groups times the parts to equal the total parts. So 6 times 3 equals 18 is the same thing as saying 6 groups of 3 equals 18 total, which is in circles and stars means I have 6 circles for 6 groups and 3 dots, 3 stars in each circle for a total of 18 stars. To turn that into a strip diagram, we know that we're in multiplication, we're always missing the total. So we have a question mark for the total. And then it says that I have 6 groups of 3, which means I need to make 6 groups. And 3 is in each group. So each of my groups are organized into the same size so that it shows that I have 6 equal groups of 3 for a total of 18. Okay, so now let's put what we know in a word problem. Evan has a binder of Pokemon cards. There are 8 pages in his binder. Each page has 4 Pokemon cards. How many Pokemon cards does Evan have? So if we're looking at this problem, the circles would be the pages, the 8 pages, because that's what the group of Pokemon cards is. The stars would be the 4 cards. And since we want to know how many total cards he has, we don't know the total. So if I'm putting that in a strip diagram, that means that I'm looking for my total, and I have 8 groups. Make it even, as even as possible. And each group has the same amount, which is 4 cards. So I have 8 groups of 4, which means that I have 8 times 4, which is 32 cards. Okay, so if you look, the addition strip diagram and the multiplication strip diagram are very similar because I'm repeatedly adding 4 and 4 and 4 8 times, which is 8 times 4. For division problems, we are given the total and we're missing either the parts or the groups or the circles or the stars. So in 36 divided by 4, that's the same thing as saying 36 total split into 4 groups, or it's the same thing as saying 36 total split into groups of 4. So there's 2 types of strip diagrams to use here. We know that we're given the total, which is 36. If I'm splitting into 4 groups, then I'm given this. And I don't need to know that other number, or I don't need to write 4 anywhere because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 groups. And now I have to discover what goes in each group. Okay, so 36 divided by 4 is 9. So 9 would go in each group. 9, 9, 9, 9. And that's how we find our answer. Okay. The other way is if 36 is split into groups of 4. So I have 36 is my total, and each group has 4 in it, and we want to know the total number of groups that I'm splitting it into. Okay, so that means that I don't know what my circles are. So here, that's the same thing. 36 divided by 4 equals 9, but now we're splitting it into 1, 2, 9 groups, and each group has 4 in it, which is the same problem but written differently, looking for different things. Okay, so let's put it in a word problem. Eliza has 14 gumballs. She wants to give each friend 2 gumballs. How many friends can she give gumballs to? So I'm looking for friends, but I don't know how many friends. But each friend is going to get 2 gumballs, and I have 14 total gumballs. So 14 goes in here. We know that there are 2 in each group, but I don't know how many groups I have. So that's my question. So 14 divided by 2 equals 7. So that means I would have 7 groups. 1, 2, sorry, my paper's sliding. 3, 4. And 2 would go in each group. and I have 7 groups of 2, which equals 14. The other kind of problem is like this. Jacob has 20 books. He's arranging them equally on 5 shelves. How many books will he put on each shelf? So here, I know that I have 5 shelves. We don't know how many books are going to go on each shelf, but I know that I have 20 total books. So 20 books on 5 shelves. And we want to know how many. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups. How many go in each group? 20 divided by 5 equals 4. So there's 4 books on each shelf. And that's how you make strip diagrams for multiplication and division. Whenever you are given the total, it's division. Whenever you're missing the total, it's multiplication. So given the total, you divide. Missing the total, you multiply.